I've got a package from Nature's Exquisite Creatures. Let's see what they sent me. Hello Tarantula lovers, I'm Alex and welcome back to Tarantula Haven. Before I get started, I want to let you know that this is not a paid advertisement. This is actually a breeding loan that I requested from Nature's Exquisite Creatures, and I got more than I bargained for. They sent me a few species and I'm really excited to share that with you. But before I get more into that, I wanted to take the opportunity to thank those of you that bought the Shoebox clips from our Etsy store. I didn't anticipate how much interest there would be in those Shoebox clips, so they sold pretty well, and I appreciate that. There was a little issue with the shoebox clips, and I want to address that at the end of the video. I didn't want to get into that before I did all of this. So if you are interested in that, wait till the end of the video and I'll talk about that a little bit more. So let's get down to business. As you can tell, I've already opened the box. Whenever I get a box in, I usually open it up, make sure everybody's alive and well, and then I continue from there. So in this case, yes, everybody's good. And this started out as me browsing through Facebook, and I noticed that Nature's Exquisite Creatures had made a post that they had a few males available. So I always look and see what males are available, and they had a species that I was very interested in that I wanted to breed for a long time. I just haven't had a male that I could do that with. So my female is ready. She's recently molted. She's been in a new enclosure and she's happy in that enclosure. So I think that this pairing could go very well. So I requested and I said that I would like that male, that I was interested in that male. Now, normally in situations like this, either you purchase the male outright and then you can do whatever you want to with him. If you want to sell him off and continue it somewhere else, then you can do that. But I've known Lily for a while, for several years now, and we sometimes will, she'll send me stuff and things like that. So in this case, she wanted to know, do I want to purchase him outright or did I want to do a breeding loan? And I told her it was her tarantula. If she wanted to sell him, she could sell him to me. I'll buy him. But if she wanted to do a breeding loan, then that would be cool too. And it would be even better for me because then I wouldn't worry about what I would do with all the babies and everything. So she agreed to a breeding loan. So that what that means is that I get to pair the male with my female, and if she's successful and she produces a sack, then I give her half the sack, and we do a trade like that. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. So that's what we agreed upon. Well, it grew from there. She ended up asking me, do you need this male? Do you need this male? Do you need this male? And I did end up needing one more male, but there's two other ones that she kind of talked me into because I told myself I probably wasn't going to breed those again because I had a hard time getting rid of them last time, and the other one is one that produces a lot of offspring. So I didn't know that if I was willing to deal with all that. And I told her that I would on the condition that she would take all the babies because I don't know what I would do with that many babies of those species. So let's go ahead and get into the box and see what I got, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this box. And everybody arrived nice and neat. I rearranged these guys. They're standing up. They were on their side. So I'm going to pull those out. And the shipping went just fine. Perfect as usual. Okay, so first off, this is the species that I had requested that I really wanted because I do want to try to breed these, and that is Orphanacus philippinus. And this is the Philippine tangerine, and I have a mature female, and she's recently been rehoused, and she's pretty happy in that enclosure. Woo, I didn't anticipate that. He's already on fire there. So let me back this up real quick. All right, and these guys are feisty and quick, so I'm going to put the lid right back on. So that is a mature male, Orphanacus philippinus, and hopefully I can be successful with my female and get some babies of those. Next up is another crowd pleaser, and that is Chromatopelma cyanopubescens. And my female has been a very good mama, and I was very successful the first time around, and I would definitely like to pair her again. So I'm going to give it another shot, and hopefully I can produce a lot of babies of these. These guys sell very well because they're very popular, and a lot of people like them. So hopefully I can get some babies of these. So let's see. Yep, there he is, and he's looking really good. And apparently he's quite the ladies' man. Now this next one is a species that I have quite a bit of experience with, and that is Salmopius cambridgei, and that is the Trinidad chevron. And I told myself I wouldn't breed any of them anymore because I had a really hard time getting rid of them last time, but she agreed that she would take the offspring if I produced them. So they are pretty easy to breed. There he is. And I'm pretty sure I'll be successful with him because Meg Mucklebones likes to have babies. But if I can't get rid of the babies, then there's no point. And this last one, I did not want to breed. And the reason for that is because they have upwards of 1,000 babies usually in an egg sac, sometimes even up to 2,000. And that is Lasiodora parahibana. Beautiful tarantula, awesome tarantula, very big tarantula, but you can't hardly give these guys away because they produce so many offspring. So she agreed to take all of them, all 1,000 plus if they have that many, and that's going to be her deal. So yep, if she can sell them, more power to her, because that's more than I want to deal with. But I'm willing to try, and I've been told these are a Brazilian species, so we definitely need to keep them in the hobby, so I'm going to do my part. All right, so I am going to put these guys into temporary enclosures. They are probably not going to be with me very long, so I'm going to breed them and probably either send them right back or send them on, whatever she wants to do. And so this is just a temporary enclosure. I'm going to moisten it up and everything and take care of it, but I just want to get them rehoused right now to get them out of the vials. So these guys are very bolty, and I'm expecting some bolting here. So if he runs, I'll catch him. I've got a catch cup on hand. All right, so let's get this guy open. Come on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's giving me a posture already. All right, here we go. Yeah, he's probably just gonna run right out. Get another light on here. See if we can coax him out. He's already acting like he's gonna run out, but it's not good. Come on, big guy. Got your feet on the ground. All right. Whoop. There he went. All right, I'm back. I got him. Might be a little bit out of breath because I was down on the ground trying to get him. So, he's in good shape. He looks good. See if I can get him to stay. There we go. No, don't bolt. Stay put. All right, put that down. All right, so there we go. Nice, long and lanky, looking beautiful. His abdomen is kind of thin, so I don't know how much longer he's got. I think he's still eating, so hopefully I can give him a little bit of food to fatten him up, but he should be ready to go. All right, so once again, please don't fuss at me about the enclosures. These are temporary enclosures. This is the green bottle blue. I'm just kind of using what I have right now at the moment. GBB, maybe a little bit bolty, so I'm not sure if I can coax him out. All right, yeah, he's not coming out, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. So green bottle blues are a little bit bolty. They're not the calmest tarantulas out there, which is why they don't exactly recommend them for handling or anything like that. They're beautiful to look at, beautiful to keep, But as far as handling is concerned, they don't deal with that very well. There he is. Oh, he's a skinny little guy too. All right, he's walking pretty good. All right, there he is. Beautiful little guy. And apparently they've been breeding him like crazy, so he's hopefully still able to get the job done. All right, this next one is the Trinidad Chevron. And fortunately, I had an old enclosure that I had my Trinidad Chevron in originally. So I'm just going to reuse that. All right, and it looks like this guy is facing backwards. I'm not sure. No, he's facing forward. Here he is. And they look so much different than the females. They just are drab in color, long and lanky. All right, go the other way. Go down, there you go. All right. Okay, so there he is. Already trying to go on walkabout. Get back in. Oh, he's gonna be nosy and walk around. Okay. All right. So now that we got him in, we can go ahead and put the lid on. All right, and last but not least, the Lasiodora parahibana. Now, females are huge, but males aren't as large as the females. He looks a little bit small. He wants to come out on his own, I think. Come on. All right. There he goes. Oh, wow. He's got a very bald abdomen. A lot of urticane hairs in that paper towel. All right, let's get a good look at him. So he looks pretty good. Still got a lot of good life in him. So I will pair him up as soon as I can. All right, so there's 4 beautiful mature male tarantulas, and I can't wait to start pairing them up. I have a feeling time is of the essence with a couple of those because they're kind of a little skinny there, and they start to fade pretty quick. So hopefully they'll do the job. They'll sometimes they'll fool you. They look like they're going down, but they still have a lot of energy in them, and they're still able to do it. So I'm hoping that they'll last long enough for me to pair them all up and everything. I'm especially wanting to pair the Orphanacus philippinus. This is a species that I've been wanting to pair for a very long time. I love them. They're just cool. I had 2 of them. One of them matured male, but it was before my female was mature. So my female is mature now, and she's ready. So hopefully I can get some babies out of those, and of course the rest of them as well. And don't worry, I know those enclosures didn't look the best. They're just what I had on hand. They're things that I'm just repurposing for a temporary enclosure for them because hopefully they're not going to be in my care for very long. I'll probably pass them on after they do their thing or send them right back to Nature's Exquisite Creatures. But I will take care of them. I'll moisten them up, the ones that need the extra moisture. And of course, I'll give them water dishes and I'll feed them and all that. I'm just going to take care of all of that off screen. All right, real quick, I did want to address the shoebox clips that I made for these shoeboxes, the mainstay shoeboxes that are sold at Walmart. I had a lot of people that ordered them. I did get one complaint, and this person said that they were very difficult to put on and take off. And I will admit that the tolerances on that were very close. I tried to make them a little bit looser, but if I went just a little bit loose, they were just no good. They would not hold on to the shoebox, and they would not clip well. So that's what I ended up doing. But I did want to demonstrate for you because this person had a difficult time getting them on there. So I wanted to make sure that you understood how they go on, how they come off. But I also offer a different solution for you because I had to kind of redesign it after thinking about all the different things that that came up. First of all, somebody in the comments asked, you know, how are they going to affect the stacking? So even before I sent out my first sets, I did a redesign immediately. The clip itself is the same, except I added a little tab up here at the top, and I'll show that to you in just a second in close-up. But the purpose of that was to make sure that the box would stay on and it wouldn't slide back and forth. However, after trying it out, you know, myself, and I realized that the clips or the box itself is a little bit tapered at the bottom, so they don't actually meet the edges over here. So it was a little bit useless for me to do that. So, but let me demonstrate the clips for those of you that have them so that you don't have any problems with them, because the person said that they had ended up breaking the lid on theirs, and they even broke a nail trying to take them off. So I don't use my nails. In fact, I don't have nails. But yeah, there's a certain trick to doing it and a certain way you have to do it. So I wanted to make sure that I demonstrate that so you understand. First of all, the way this clip goes on, it goes with this wide part right here facing the top of the lid, and the little L shape right here goes down, and that clips to the bottom of the box. So what I do is I just put it on the side right there, and then I push down, and that snaps on. Taking it off, it is a little bit tight. It's a little bit difficult to take off, but all I do is just use my finger, the pad of my finger, and I pull up, and it snaps right off. It doesn't break anything. So that's pretty much the trick to it. You just put it there with the little notch on the edge there, push down, and it snaps. Pull up, and it comes off. So I've tried them over and over. They work for me. They are a little tight, so they do require a little bit of strength. So after I received the complaint, I did another redesign. So the new ones that are going to be coming out from here on out are this new design right here. So you can see they're a little bit different. I've made them shorter as far as this part right here goes. And I've also, instead of adding the tab up here, I've added a tab down here. So that helps in pulling it off so that you don't hurt your finger so much when you pull it off. So I kind of redesigned it to be a little bit more ergonomical. So I'll demonstrate that in just a second to show you how easy these guys go off and on. Okay, so this is my redesigned clip. It goes on the very same way. I just hook it onto the top lip of the lid there, and then you just push down. So these go in much easier, and that tab that I've added to it makes it easier to pull off. You just put your thumb there on the top, your forefinger underneath, and you pull up, and they come right off. So you can see how easy those go off and on, much easier than the other ones. So the ones that are coming out now, from here on out, are going to be this design right here, because these are much, much easier. And I'm sorry, you know, these things happen. You come up with an idea that's kind of your prototype, and then you fix that a little bit until you finally perfect it. So I think this is the perfected version, and I don't think I'm going to change it from that, because that works extremely well. All right, so I just wanted to show that to you. So the other thing that I've addressed, besides the clips themselves, I'll go ahead and put all 4 clips on here. Is the stackability issue. These had a longer leg on here, or that comes over the top, so they extended a little bit further. So I measured to see what the bottom of these enclosures or these boxes are, and I shortened the tops on them because they really didn't need to be that long. So now when you stack them, the next enclosure goes right there, and it sits flush with those tabs that you had right there. So you don't have to worry about stacking them. They stack up just fine and they won't shift around. So I'm sorry if those clips did not turn out to be exactly what you were hoping for. I really wasn't trying to make any money off of them, or very much money off of them. I was just kind of, hoping to get back for materials or whatever. But my wife, who's a little bit more business savvy, she adjusted the prices for me. And she says, you have to take into consideration shipping and handling and all the other stuff that goes along with it. So she adjusted the prices for me, and that's what we have on there. And, I gave away the STL file. If you have a 3D printer, they're free for you to download, and you can do whatever you want to with them. I'll put the redesign up instead of the old design so that you'll have that available to you. But if you want to purchase them, if you're still interested, they'll be back up in the Etsy shop, and everything that is going out from here on forward is that redesigned, perfected version that doesn't have any issues and addresses all the things that people asked me about on the previous version. So, if you're interested, they're going to be there very soon. That does it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to some breeding videos here coming up. I'm going to start out with the Orphanacus philippinus and move on to the rest of them as soon as they are watered and fed and taken care of and well adjusted before I can go ahead and start pairing them up. So yeah, I definitely look forward to that. Hopefully I can get some babies, get some egg sacs going and get some babies, and I'll send those right back to Nature's Exquisite Creatures so they can put them on the market and sell them. And if you are interested in buying tarantulas, definitely check out Nature's Exquisite Creatures. They have a large selection to choose from. Not only that, but they also have other invertebrates as well. And they seem to have a growing collection of isopods. So if you are interested in isopods, check them out because they have lots and lots of cool species on there to choose from. I've got a few that they've sent me and they are marvelous. They're doing very well. And if you use the discount code THAVEN10, you can get 10% off your order. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to support this channel, I have a Teespring store where I sell Tarantula Haven merchandise. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. And if you'd like to become a patron yourself, there's a link down below in the description, as well as all the others. Until next time, keep loving them tarantulas.